I still call my mother's old number just to hear the voicemail, and I've never told my kids it's the only recording of her voice we have left. She died 3 years ago. We lost the home videos in the basement flood, and she hated being recorded, so all I had was her voicemail greeting. I kept her line active, $9 a month, tacked onto my brother Marcus's family plan, just to dial it. Every Sunday at 7 p.m., I'd call and hear her say, "You've reached Diane, leave it after the beep, and don't forget to eat something." My kids thought I was checking messages. I never told them the truth. Then one Sunday I dialed, and a man answered. "Yeah, who's this?" I hung up, my whole body cold, and called again. "Same man, stop calling this number." I called Marcus. "Mom's number. Someone else has it." A man answered. A pause, one beat too long. "Oh, yeah, about that." "About what?" "Danielle took her off the plan last month. We needed an extra line, and it was just sitting there doing nothing." "Doing nothing?" My voice cracked. "Marcus, that voicemail was the only recording of Mom's voice. The only one." Silence. Then, quieter. "I didn't know you were still calling it. Get the number back. Call the carrier. Tell them it was a mistake. It got reassigned to a stranger. They can't just unreassign it." He sighed. "Look, it was Danielle's account. Talk to her." I drove to their house that night. Danielle opened the door with a wine glass in her hand and a smile that didn't reach her eyes. "I figured you'd come by. You canceled Mom's line." I freed up a line. She sipped. "It was costing us money for a dead woman's phone. That greeting was the last piece of her voice we had." "Was it?" She tilted her head, and something in her face shifted, smaller, sharper. "Huh. I didn't realize it meant that much." But she was still smiling. And that's when I understood she knew exactly what it meant. She'd known before she picked up the phone to the carrier. "You did this on purpose," I said. "Diane left you the house, the ring, the savings, and me?" She swirled the glass. "I got to plan the funeral and clean out her closet. So excuse me if I didn't lose sleep over $9. She leaned in. "It's just a voicemail. Get over it." I didn't yell. I just said, "Okay," and left. Because I'd already recorded the whole thing on my phone, sitting in my pocket. The next morning, I was at the carrier store at 9 a.m. sharp with a folder. Mom's death certificate, her will naming me as executor of her estate and accounts, and my ID. I sat across from a rep named Priya and explained everything. "The account was in my mother's name originally," I said. "It was ported without the executor's authorization. Can the original voicemail greeting be recovered?" She typed for a long minute. "Greetings are stored on our server for up to 24 months after a line closes. Yours closed 31 days ago." More typing. "It's still here." I gripped the counter. "Please." She turned her screen toward me and pressed play. And there it was, tinny and perfect. "You've reached Diane, leave it after the beep, and don't forget to eat something." I broke down right there at the counter. Priya waited, then said carefully, "There's something else. This line was transferred off the primary account holder's plan by a secondary user. Your mother, the estate, is the account of record. Transferring a deceased person's number without executor consent is account fraud. We flag those." She looked at me. "Do you want to file?" "Yes." They pulled the greeting onto a new line under my name. They froze Danielle's account pending the fraud review and locked every line on it, including the one she'd stolen my mother's number for. I texted Marcus one thing, the audio of Danielle bragging, then the carrier flagged her for fraud. Her whole plan suspended. "Ask your wife why." He called 4 times. I didn't pick up. I was busy. It was Sunday 7 p.m., and I had my kids on the couch beside me. I dialed the new number, put it on speaker, and for the first time let them hear it. "You've reached Diane, leave it after the beep, and don't forget to eat something." My daughter whispered, "Is that Grandma?" "Yeah, baby," I said. "That's her, and nobody's ever taking her away again."